Bugün günlerden 19 Haziran Blind'dayız. Sextile konseri öncesi gruptan Melissa ve Brady ile sohbet edeceğiz. Benim de aylardır beklediğim bir konserdi. Çok heyecanlanıyorum konser için. Şimdi kısa bir sohbet edeceğiz grupta. So, nice to meet you, Melissa and Brady.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much for your time. It's a real pleasure to talk with you. I'm a big fan, by the way.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you got to Istanbul yesterday, and what was the first thing you did after settling into the hotel?
We literally dropped our bags and right away went to find a cafe and cats.
Yeah, I saw your stories. All the cats.
I'm a massive cat fan. Cat here, I got a cat
Oh,
here.
lovely.
I also have a cat here.
Do you have a cat?
Yes, I have a cat.
What's
her name? Is Doe.
Oh.
This is actually her. So it says Doe forever.
So sweet.
And he has a cat named Mama Pants.
What?
Mama pants.
Mama.
Yeah, because she's really
What's
fluffy.
The story?
She looks like she's wearing baggy pants.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a cat here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is more like a panther.
Yeah, it's
Big cat
looks
fans.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're big cat fans. I've always wanted to come to Istanbul.
That's why
for
your
that.
name is Panther Modern,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Partially, yeah. But I saw the documentary Kedi that takes
Yeah,
place in Istanbul,
yeah.
so I've always wanted to come before the cats too.
Great. So let's start with the new album, Yes Please. Can you describe Yes Please in 5 words?
Music to live to now.
So I also want to chat a bit about how your sound has evolved. You started off with more of a post-punk and industrial vibe, but over time it's shifted into something way more electronic techno rave. What inspired the heavier electronic direction in your recent work compared to the rawer punk of earlier releases?
I think we became better musicians. Brady got really good at mixing.
Mm-hmm.
We also got back into electronic music. When we first started, we were listening to a lot darker and like classic, like late 70s punk, and so
Like Suicide?
yeah, we love Suicide. I still think Suicide is one of the most innovative bands of all time, where they still don't sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
But we were more into like Coil and like weird, like Throbbing Gristle essentially. And what?
Also like the Wake.
Yeah, The Wake. Like,
The Wake,
I love The
them.
Wake, and I still love The Wake. It's just there was only so much we were able to do with guitars.
The Wake you talk about, they have a song, Talk About the Past.
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Wait.
The
talk
Wake?
about
The
past.
Wake?
The Wake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing which song. What is the name of the song you said?
Talk About the Past.
Talk about the past. I can't remember which track is that on.
One of my favorite songs.
Do you know what the album cover looks like?
I don't remember right now. Sorry.
They have this record called Here Comes Everybody, and then Honeymoon, which was their more Joy Division sounding record. Later on, they did like a more like twee C86 sound. But I love all eras of The Wake, and we were definitely obsessed with The Wake early on. But yeah, there was only so much we felt we could do with guitars after a while, and the label post-punk started to bother us. So we just sort of, and also a lot of the industrial music of our contemporaries, I felt like that scene attracted sort of problematic men and things that I didn't want to be a part of anymore. So we just decided, what else could we do with electronic music? So we sort of took cues from like Underworld and The Prodigy, where we wanted to make like punk versions of electronic music.
I see, cool.
Yeah.
Like on your Push album, you worked with Izzy Glaudini, right?
Yeah.
Again, on Yes Please. How did you first meet and start collaborating? I know you've done a few things before. I'm asking because Automatic has been one of my favorite bands in recent years, and they just announced their new single from the upcoming third album. And you're also going to tour with them, right?
Yeah, we're doing an American tour when we come back. So Izzy actually was one of the first Sextile fans before Automatic. So we met her really early on when we first moved to LA. And she actually said in a different interview that she started taking music sort of seriously after she had seen Sextile play. And she's just really talented as an individual, really great melody writer, and also one of the easiest people that we've ever worked with. So I guess it was like a long years in the making to end up working with Izzy. She sings so beautifully, and Crash was written and we needed a chorus, so we just asked Izzy. And then after working with her, because she's so easy and doesn't have a huge ego, and so it's really easy to collaborate, we just asked her if she wanted to help out on Yes Please. And she actually was like in the studio with us for a lot of it in general. Because, and we always joke around that if we could have like a real third member contributor, like creative, we wish it was Izzy. But,
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of touring, what is the toughest part for you? Is there anything you really don't like about being on the road? Like freezing?
Yeah, it's more like not having control of like anything. I think it's a lack of sleep thing makes it hard. It's physically tolling. Some tours are financially fruitful and some aren't at all, or you're paying to do it. So, but those are the most negative that it possibly could be. Generally, it's like really lucky to be able to see the world and to be playing music, and we meet cool people all the time. But what's your worst part about being on the road?
I got none. I love it.
5 essential tour snacks.
What'd you say?
5 essential tour snacks.
Well, energy drinks for us, we always look for Club Mate, but they don't have that worldwide. So it's any type of energy drink. Bananas, because you can carry them anywhere. Well, this guy loves protein bars, so they're on a rider.
It's like after the show, I get so hungry. Like, we jump around, and I'm just like, all my energy is gone, so I like immediately need something to eat. So I'm always going to like protein bars or something right after.
Yes.
I can't remember what some of the other ones. I guess we ask a lot for blueberries, bananas, pretzels or chips, and energy drinks.
Did you eat kebab?
Do you eat kebab?
Did you eat kebab?
Yeah,
No,
I did.
didn't.
I had chicken shish last night.
Chicken shish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only eat fish, so I ate some fish while I was here, which was sick.
But yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta get
that's
some
just-
kebab up and up.
I have too much
Maybe
guilt
later.
about eating animals.
So you guys are honestly so inspiring. Your attitude,
Thank
your
you.
whole vibe, the way you express yourselves, and I love your style, your outfits, and everything.
Oh, thank you.
No need to mention your music and live shows. What would you say are your biggest influences, whether musical or not? Inspired
Miss
you?
Piggy is one of my biggest influences. I don't know. I have a tattoo over here. I guess 'cause ever since I was a kid, she was the first woman that I looked up to. I know she's like a fictional character, but she's very bossy. Even when people make fun of her, in terms of like the Muppets, every Muppet series, she's always the one that saves them all. There's even one called the Muppet Great Caper where she's locked up by these police and they're evil cops, and she breaks out of jail, like tears up the bars and like saves all the Muppets. And so I guess Miss Piggy's always been an inspiration to me in terms of an attitude, because her being a pig, she still thinks she's so beautiful because she is. She's so glamorous.
Yes.
But musically and art-wise, Underworld's a huge influence. The Velvet Underground.
You mentioned before, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. I love your style. So, who do you think most stylish musicians of all time?
John Lydon, when he was in Public Image Limited, I think he looks the coolest.
I can ask what is the worst fashion choice you have made in the past? Or looking back, what's your biggest fashion regret?
I mean, mine is like wearing plaid pants. There's sometimes these high-waisted plaid 70s pants I've worn that I'm like, those were not the vibe, and I don't know why I wore them.
You are beautiful. Everything looks good on you,
Oh,
I
thank
think.
you so much. I appreciate you saying that, because this tour I feel like I didn't put in any effort. But I'm trying to think of like current musicians that I think are really fashionable.
What was the like jeans? There's something dye. It's not tie dye. It's like something a term, but they're kind of like blotchy a little bit, and they're pretty,
Acid wash jeans.
No, it was like a different style. It was pretty popular in like
Fontaine's
2010.
DC members?
What'd you say?
Fontaines DC members?
No,
no,
but
yeah.
it's funny. Do you think they're fashionable? Because they've changed their fashion so much, and we just saw them play. We just played a festival with them, and I swore, like, I like Fontaines DC, so I'm not trying to talk shit because I really love them musically, and I like some of their fashion choices, but some of them I'm like, what is their stylist doing? It looked like he was wearing water shoes, like shoes you walk in the water with.
Not
he
a
was
big
wearing
fan
with
of their
high,
recent
yeah, some of it I was like, no, like. The man is playing in front of 50,000 people. If I was a stylist, I would have thought of it differently.
I love their early looks.
Yeah.
It was Stonewash is what I was thinking of. Stonewash jeans. I used to wear those.
You used to wear those.
Yeah, I used to wear Stonewash jeans and a Mickey Mouse thing. And
Yeah,
that was
but
probably my worst.
Pre-Sextile, though.
Right. Well, yeah, you were talking about. I mean,
So you're currently based in LA, but originally from New York. What are your favorite music venues in LA and in New York?
we like the Lodge Room in LA.
I love the Lodge Room.
Yeah. And then there's Non Plus Ultra as well, which is kind of where we started, and it's like a DIY place for artists, and I think it's really special because it gives people the chance to experiment and find out what they're doing and figure out their sound. You know, I mean, they don't expect you to come in and be like this brilliant band, you know.
They're more of like a punk space, like art collective, like you play on the floor kind of situation. But we've shot 3 music videos there at Non Plus Ultra.
Zebula is cool, I think.
Zebulon, yeah, Zebulon
Never
is
been
super
there,
cool.
but
Zebulon's
follow.
great, except you can't have smoke, and they don't have like varying lights, but it sounds good. Zebulon, though, the capacity is kind of small. The last time we played there was a really long time ago, but the people who own it, I'm old friends with from New York because they had that venue in New York too. So, in favorite venues in New York right now, it's hard to know what the best venue in New York is because it's always changing.
Yeah, a lot of our favorites closed down when we left.
Yeah, because I used to work at a lot of music venues there. But I love Baby's Alright. It's just too small for us to play, but Baby's Alright looks really cool and sounds good. And it's great for like doing multiple shows, that kind of thing.
I'm also a big fan of your side projects, as Product and Panther Modern. Do you have any plans to release new material with those?
We've talked about this. It's like, so I opened up a bunch of S Product demos trying to see if I should finish them. And honestly, I was like, I don't even want to make music like this anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
Sad to hear.
yeah, I'm really appreciative people ask me. Even on this tour, some guy was like, hey, I really want to put out whatever that you have for S Product. But I feel like the project is, because I made that record with someone else in 2019, put it out in 2020 and during pandemic, and it's just kind of, that was it. And it sucks because I wish that I was able to play more shows with it, and I didn't. But I mean, Brady has so much material that he makes that I see Panther Modern eventually being able to do it again. But
Maybe.
Okay.
if I do something else, it won't be under the name of S Product. I'll probably just put it out under my own name. Yeah.
Okay. It's been 10 years since your debut came out. Do you remember what albums you were really into back then?
Yeah, I was probably listening to a ton of Death in June and like
Death in June.
yeah, that and
Throbbing Gristle.
yeah, Chris and Cozy,
Yeah, a lot of Chris and Cozy.
The Fall.
The Fall.
Probably listening to a lot of The Fall.
Tones on Tail.
Yeah, I still love Tones on Tail so much.
Yeah. The drummer of Tones on Tail, the father of
The drummer
Automatics.
of Automatic. Yeah, it's kind of surreal. There was this one really cute time in Texas that we were all playing a show at South by Southwest, and he was standing with me, the drummer, because he's also Bauhaus and Love and Rockets. He's in all those bands, and he was standing with me, and I could see him texting Lola, his daughter, like, "I'm with Sextile right now," and it was such a cute father thing, but it was also really cute to me. That he thinks it's cool to tell, like that he's with us, and but actually when we first met, one of our biggest connections is Brady had told me, because he was very young, and he had told me that he'd never heard of Bauhaus. So I think it's kind of cool that it was one of the first bands I showed him, and that now we've been around in that world around them, and also even shared stages with Bauhaus. So it's
Have
kind
you
of full
met
circle.
Peter Murphy?
No, he was
His wife is
really
Turkish, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
that's
wow,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Yes. So lastly, Brady, Melissa in 3 words.
Melissa in 3 words? Wow.
It's right now, maybe not a good time.
Like that's
We're like lack of sleep grumpy.
All these words are coming to my brain.
And they're negative.
No, they're positive, but it's just like inappropriate.
Sexy, intelligence.
Okay. We're so tired. So it's been a hard day.
Okay.
Creative, sexy, intelligence.
Okay, I'll do 3 threes. Okay.
Okay.
Wet, wild, and crazy.
Oh,
No, I know, right? That's why I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that one.
I don't even know what I'm going to say.
And then I was gonna say an absolute beautiful flower.
Of course. Yes.
And here's my third 3. So I just got so many for you. Love. No. I was gonna say love of my life, but that's 4. That's 4 words.
You're so red.
And Brady in 3 words.
No, I think you would enjoy if I called. Well, Brady's really impressive when it comes to sound, and a lot of things he's been saying on this tour, joking around when we go into places, is that we're not doing anything, just sonic terrorism. So I would say he's a sonic terrorist, because he definitely is. One of the things that he loves to do is make anything shake. So our music wouldn't sound the way it does without him, as you can hear in the difference between the way S Product sounds and then the way Sextile sounds. It's just super.
Reminds me of Martin Gore.
Yeah, I can see that. He kind of looks like him a bit.
Yeah.
You do kind of. You're way more handsome than Martin Gore. Brady, let's see. In terms of animals, every animal loves Brady. It's hard to really put it down to 3 words.
Yeah, sure.
It's amazing. 3 things. 3 things.
I got 3
So
words.
sonic terrorist, animal lover.
These are all 2 words.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show.
Oh, thank you so much. I
you.
appreciate it.
Really
I'm a
appreciate
big
you.
fan.
Hell
Really.
yeah. Put it up.
Yeah. Thank you so much.